How many times have you heard this sound before? I hate it, and I'm sure you do too. But you actually lost years before that siren ever sounded. By the time that siren plays, it's already too late. Most people never figure out why. In today's video, I will show you the #1 rule of Navy, as well as one common trap that less experienced players fall into when learning Navy. Stop getting naval invaded, and instead become the one doing the invading. But first, let's talk about that siren. Why is it sounding? It's likely because 1. You didn't know the enemy is capable of landing there, or 2. You can't stop the enemy from landing there. This is the biggest trap for new players. You need to learn to combat both of these situations, not just one or the other. Googling meta templates will give you strong ships, but you'll never be able to keep up with enemy fleet movements if you don't even know what yours are supposed to be doing. The people who made the template know when and where to apply it. You don't. You're essentially shouting and hoping the AI will play by your rules. Listen, don't shout. This is the #1 rule of Navy. Very few people understand how Navy works, but lots of people can get satisfactory results because we understand the feedback that we are getting and the context of the situation. We're listening. Feedback is the most important information you can get. We're going to build super simple templates so we can focus our efforts on observing how those templates interact with the game around them, rather than the builds themselves. Then, I'll explain to you why they work so you have a better idea of how to apply them. First, we're going to make a destroyer. While it's theoretically optimal to make different types of destroyers for different purposes, you're not going to want to make 3 different destroyers. That's so much work. Instead, just mass produce a single, more flexible destroyer. Here's mine. Depth charges, torpedoes, light battery 1, sonar, torpedoes, and a good engine. Set 8 to 10 of these guys on convoy escort, and they'll protect 1 or 2 sea lanes worth of supply lines. You can also put 8 to 10 of them on patrol, but make sure your main fleet is set to strike force in the same sea zone. What's in that main fleet, you may ask? All of your starting ships, excluding submarines. All of your destroyers, except for the patrol fleet and escorts. And finally, these light cruisers. Here's the priority order. As many secondary batteries as you can, then as many light cruiser batteries as you can, and a good engine, good armor, and good fire control, if you have it. That is my entire Navy. The light cruisers break enemy screening ships, which are the small ones. Destroyers sink the big ships with torpedoes, and submarines with depth charges. The ships are strong enough to stop enemies from being able to brute force you, and simple enough to allow you to keep an eye on what the enemy is doing with their ships. Are they convoy raiding you? 8 to 10 destroyers on escort. Are they patrolling? Patrol back with your main fleet nearby. This fleet enables you to listen to the enemy and respond appropriately. The Italian Navy is considered the worst of the large navies. If you've ever tried to fight the Allies with it, you know what I'm talking about. They get dog-walked. There are lots of ships, but they all suck. I refitted some of the ships into my templates, which is much cheaper than letting them sink and making new ones. But that should just show you how strong these designs are. We upgraded some paper boats into an armada capable of totally dismantling the Royal Navy. Ta-da! Do you feel satisfied yet? No? Oh yeah, that's right. How could I possibly end the run without doing this? I don't think we'll be forced to listen to one of those sirens anytime soon.